Welcome everyone, I am Tim and this is The Controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4. You only live once. In the last part, well, there really wasn't a last part other than a little brief rundown of what actually happened, which on the way through the gauntlet to Nuka World, for whatever reason, my video did not record proper. All I had was my mic and the desktop audio from the game itself, but I had no video picture. So that was greatly disappointing, especially as in the gauntlet and coming to Nuka World actually went relatively according to plan, which doesn't always happen. Now, I did pick up a little bit of radiation in the gauntlet and a couple knocks from the rad roaches in the gas room, but overall, we came out relatively unscathed. And as you can see, I do have the thirst zapper drawn right now, and currently I am trying to pull the trigger to shoot out the water, and that is not working. And if you are playing on survival mode, which we are, if you didn't know, the thirst zapper, once the quest is done to take out Coulter, the ammunition starts having weight because it is no longer a quest item, and it actually weighs roughly 10 pounds. If you remember part of the last episode, I was over encumbered at 280 pounds for the carry capacity, and now after depleting the ammunition from the thirst zapper, we are down to 270. So if you have the time and the remembering to actually discharge all the ammunition, that is good. You can save yourself roughly 10 carry weight. But with that, we are officially the overboss, and we can make our way on out to pick up some junk now with that added carry capacity. But we can go meet the gangs, talk to Porter Gage, and have a good old time. And nice little idiot savant trigger there at Kolakars, which is very nice indeed. And honestly, we can put our guns away. We won't be needing those at the moment. And one nice thing about being overboss, everything, and I mean essentially everything, is free to just grab as the overboss. I mean, they got Nuka cherries, which there's going to be swimming in Nuka Cola variations all throughout the park. But tickets, tokens, everything, you gotta love it. So we can go around and do like a full loot of this place, and we would have a boatload of stuff to which we can sell, which we might actually want to do that at some point. But for now, we won't worry about it all that much. But I do want to come around, and now we discovered Nuka Town, USA. One of the things that I did do, as you see all this pile of corpses here, is this is actually how they get up to the audience participation. So when you go through here, you know, they are running around up here, shooting at you as you go, and it can be relatively challenging, especially if you don't have a stealth boy or anything along those lines, and can be kind of difficult to deal with. But if you climb up on that little equipment in there and hop on over, come across over here, this makes a great sniping area because they all want to pop up right over there. So you can just pick them off one by one and they never are able to find you. So that is a great way to take care of the raiders that can potentially harm you. So that is exactly what we did. And not to mention, now that they are all dead, we can go ahead and loot them up at least 10 pounds worth for the carry weight. There are a lot of corpses there, which means there was a lot of junk. So I ended up taking a buff tat, and of course, what did I do? I picked up fatigue. So I'm now going to require frequent sleep. You'll love to see it. That's exactly what I want to have to sleep more at Nuka World. But one easy fix for that is, of course, Nuka Cola. And we're better to sate that thirst and push back that sleep requirement, but with lovely, lovely caffeine. Now, I did happen to find something relatively unique that isn't guaranteed, which is this pack feather necklace. Now, it is considered chest armor, but it only weighs 1. That is something that I could potentially look to swap out as this cunning buttressed chest piece. Doesn't actually do that much as far as the ballistic and energy, and it does that agility and perception boost, but for the fraction of the weight. 7 and 7 isn't as good, but overall that could be a lot worse. So we'll hang on to that for now. I'm not sure if we're going to want to use it, as also this buttressed piece does have the dense mod to help prevent damage taken from explosions, so there is definitely a role for that. But if we ever do want to go a little bit lighter, maybe that will help us with our stealth just a little bit for just the overall weight of our armor, you know, that at least gives us an option with a little bit of damage resistance. But with that, now I think we may as well just duck inside, start meeting all the vendors, and we can loot up in there like crazy, which is absolutely insane to be able to do that. But first, we may as well cook up what we got. We did pick up a lot of rad roach meat. Not to mention the death claw that we had gotten on the way to Far Harbor. But look at that. Can make 6 of the rad roaches. And anything else for anything else? Some roasted mirelurk and some ribeye steak. That should be some good eating all in all. And ooh, even the yaguai ribs. Not too shabby. Now we may as well head on inside, start selling off some of the junk that we don't need, and we can just loot this place like crazy. Yeah, as overboss, I can just come right in, just start taking kitchen scale, take everything, and oh, hey, hi Shelby, or Mackenzie.
Congratulations on
Nice to see you. I don't mind if I have some stim packs, antibiotics, and all of this stuff over here, you know, purified water. That we'll probably need at some point in here. You know, can just grab all of this junk from them, and we can go ahead and sell it right back to them, which be very handy indeed. But I'll just go ahead, do that, and maybe we'll find some decent stuff here as well. Talked to all the vendors, and I didn't actually do a full loot job here, as I already cleaned them all out of caps. Nothing too crazy to speak of what they had, other than I did grab the star core that was on this little desk here. So we do have one of those right now. So overall, not too shabby. And did pick up the open season quest to kill off all the raider bosses, but I don't think we need to really worry about that at this point, as we're going to want to be clearing the lands. But with that, we may as well go talk to Gage and meet him at Fizztop Grill. And at this point, everything is looking pretty good. We got
So let me get this straight.
the pack, we got disciples, got some target practice going on. Just don't miss. Whatever you do, don't miss. Got Sierra. We won't worry about talking to her at this point to get the Cappy glasses. Should be all set, all in all. I will check a couple of the trash cans on the way, because may as well. And Gage, what do you have for me? Other than we got the lovely, lovely base up top.
Sure, we carry guns, but knives are where it's at. It's not fun unless you're up close and personal.
Okay, I hear ya, Miss Disciple Lady. And it is nice having the Fizztop Grill overlook, you know, Nuka Town, USA. That's just nice.
Welcome home, boss.
And with that, we need to meet the gang bosses for the 3 raider gangs. And they are raiders, so you kind of want to do the more aggressive I guess, responses to them, especially for the pack. Try to show assert dominance, and you can kind of play with them. Like operators are all about money and just power along those lines. Pack are about, you know, just dominance, I guess, as well as the disciples like up close and personal. So anything that's a little bit more gruesome they like. But we'll go on, meet all of those, and we'll at least get that taken care of before Gage will want us to go explore a little bit further around, taking out the miscellaneous lands that are here. So since we are so close, we may as well go right on over to the disciples first and meet Nisha. And of course, along the way, don't need a Nuka-Cola bottle, but may as well see what is around, because all of these, you can just loot like crazy in here. There is no shortage of just junk that you can grab. So if you need to do any crafting or anything of any kind, it's everywhere. All right, next up, the operators. Just need to talk to Mags here.
Our new overboss is a vault dweller.
All two down, just the pack to go. And all of these raider bosses, they do give radiant quests out. So if I ever feel like, you know, getting just a little bit more XP, or I want to just do a little bit more, I can go and collect jobs from them. But I don't think we're going to worry about doing any of those. Now the pack. I'm in danger music. Is it just because the fight's going on? I think so. I do like the... I do like the pack with all their animals. I mean, not necessarily in cages, but they do enjoy life with, you know, different chairs that they make and everything like that. Like, you have this ape chair, which is kind of fun. But anyway, that music is nice and aggressive, and that is a pillar there. We just have to talk to Mason, and we'll get this all sorted out. All right, so I did happen to pass a couple speech checks for Mason, and I'm not sure if I'll have that in there as I was just trying to skip through it quickly, but did get the problem solver from him. So nice little weapon here, probably over encumbered, but we'll just basically go on and sell this off, as it is technically a guaranteed legendary, so we can't use it, and it does weigh a ton.
One last thing before I let you
Well,
go.
I'm over encumbered, so one last thing, Mason, before I go. Just drop that problem solver.
There's always work to do around here, keeping the zoo in order. If you're ever able to lend a hand, drop by. Loyalty's a two-way street.
There we go. Just gotta return to Gage, and that music is still going crazy. I don't think I can actually carry this through a load zone, though.
Life's too short for bullshit. Gotta party
Eh.
like it's your last day. Every day.
I actually wanna keep it in
That lets it all hang out.
just my normal specific legendary stuff back at Hangman's Alley. So I'm gonna try to find a way to make it work. Well, the music has finally decided to be less aggressive, so that's good. And basically I just topped up on my food and drink and ate a grilled rad steak, and that was enough to carry the problem solver with me.
The overboss returns.
Porter Gage is available to be companion. Ambitious plan is complete, and now we're going to need to go clear out the parks dotted around. But before we do that, Fizztop Drill actually has a lovely, as the Grand Tour kicks off, workstation through the door, and they got everything you could possibly need. Not to mention, we have a lovely overboss steamer trunk here, which we can store all of our stuff, which we absolutely are going to want to do that before we actually deal with the parks, so we have a little bit of carry capacity. And they should all be popped up on the map now. Dotted around, we have the Galactic Zone, got Kitty Kingdom. Further north, you have the Bottling Plant, the Safari Adventure, and Dry Rock Gulch. So they're all going to be to the north of us. So we are going to be definitely dealing with that. However, like I said, just got to do a little inventory management and then probably sleep. Give up that adrenaline, but we are tired and we can definitely build that back up. All right, now that we have our inventory taken care of, let's go ahead and sleep. We'll do the standard 7 hours. And we feel well rested. Everything looks good. And not to mention, we are actually going to be rocking a little bit of nighttime cover. So that will be very good. Now, I do have to be careful that I don't just like happen to fall off of this lift, because that would be a lot of damage, if not even potentially death. But we can just go out this side door here, and from here we're gonna have to do a little sneaking. So all of the different perks are on the radar right now. So we have a bunch of map markers, compass markers, and the like. But we're just gonna want to keep heading to the north. And it says I'm only like 60 meters away. I don't know what that is set to. Looks like it is set for. I do want to go to Safari Adventure first, meet up with Sito. But there could be some issues along the way, but with the cover of night, should be all right. So we got Kitty Kingdom right over there. Not going to worry about doing that quite yet, although there could be some very good legendary enemies in there. Just keep working our way to the north. Nice big Ferris wheel in Kitty Kingdom. Got the Galactic Zone back over that way. So we're going to be going to deal with the one that's all the way as far north as possible. So just basically follow the road. We could actually cross and go by Galactic Zone, because we do have to cross the river at some point. So maybe that does make sense now. Shouldn't be anything too crazy on the outskirts. Most of the enemies are going to be dotted inside a little bit. We do have some rad rat pups down there, which, you know, maybe this is a good opportunity to try to build up a little bit of adrenaline. 75%, not too bad. Oh, and I'm still in my charisma gear, so gonna want to be changing that out too. Bad shooting for VATs, that's for sure. Should be a little bit better AP. And yeah, look at that, we got a lot better shot potential on them. Okay, that one did go down. Don't think they're going to be able to make their way over to me. Is that the last one? Looks like it. So 2 enemies down. I'm not going to worry about going to collect the meat or anything from that. Don't think we really need to worry about that. But we do want to slowly build up the adrenaline at least. Now there are a fair amount of random spawns dotted around in Nuke World, but most of the time they do include one of the either disciples, pack, or operators. So we will have some friendlies dotted around with that. So shouldn't be too bad, all things considered. Okay, we're coming up on some soldier ants. That shouldn't be too bad, other than the potential of flying ant swarm. So we do want to maybe see... Ooh, we even have a legendary. I think we can just keep rolling with our freezing for now. 95% shot on that. That one's going to be a little bit harder. We can go ahead and crit that one. Wow, 95%. And critical strike. Kill that legendary ant. In caution. Just a small forger ant coming around. Okay, a little bit difficult to hit, I guess. And down they go. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen like an actual ant swarm. 86%, we'll take that. Of course, it's dropping to 75. Is that gonna take care of everything? Yeah, back to hidden. I don't think ant meat is... If I remember right, ant meat isn't actually that useful. So I'm not gonna bother picking that up. And... Ooh, those are... brackets are shuffling. Let's go over to Instigate and get a little bit harder hitting. Because where is the legendary? Oh, 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 oh. Flying ant swarm. Okay, we're going to have to crit that. They pack a wallop. Oh. Okay, we got back off. Back off a minute. What put us into caution? I'm guessing it's more ants. Probably an ant swarm. No, just a basic forager ant. We can deal with that. Perfect. Back to hidden now again. Alright. So, my understanding for the flying ant swarms are that there's like 5 that are flying around together, and when I did this, that bush definitely made me think that there was another flying ant swarm. But I do believe... freezing tire iron. We'll pick it up to sell. Pretty good weight value ratio, I suppose. But I think each one of the actual ants that are flying have their own little health bar. So that's why like a Molotov cocktail works so good on them, because it gets the burn damage across all of them, even though they count as one. Which then also that is why they hit so very hard too, because you have essentially 5 enemies hitting you all at once. So that's why they hit like a ton of bricks. At least that is my understanding of how things go. And there's Dry Rock Gulch with the lovely bloodworms. So we actually skirted a little bit too far to the west. So we gotta double back a little bit and go around the outskirts here. Shouldn't be too bad. And then we can make our way to Sito. Definitely beneficial to come at night. Don't have to worry quite so much about any other potential enemies. And if I remember right, this little bathroom actually is a good, safe place to sleep. Yeah, nice little stash house here, I suppose. Can drop a save if you need it. A little dirty water, a little cook station. Very nice. I do believe the other side of the bathroom is virtually nothing, so I'm not going to even bother going in it. Just keep making our way. Ah, frag mine, okay. Ah, and there are some operators. So if we run into issues, we can just drop back. The operators will have our back. Wouldn't mind picking up that frag mine. Can sell that a little bit later. And keep the VATS from actually detecting it. There it is. All right. Got the, was that the Nuka-Cola bottling plant over there? Brackets are getting a little close. Which probably means another enemy nearby. Stay up on the high ground a little bit. Ah, I got a kill claw. All right. Can go ahead and take him out. Sneak attack, but it was in his backside. Not going to do a ton of damage there. There we go. Perfect. Now, Mirelurk meat. That is much better eating. Now, we are going to definitely, with the gator claws, be able to get some good eating off of them. But may as well pick that up, get a viable blood sample as well. Don't want to go too close to the eggs. Or do I? It could actually make sense to try to boost that adrenaline a little bit more. Maybe if we could just go from the top side, maybe we can get them to spawn. And then we'd be perfectly safe. Probably going to be a little bit too far away. That's okay. We don't need that per se. And here we go. This is going to be our destination. Safari Adventure. Yeah, look at all these trash cans. I mean, it makes sense to have a Nuka-Cola bottle. You got tickets, you got tokens, and that can be utilized. Oh, very well. All right. Safari Adventure, here we go. Let's try to get this taken care of. Sito should be... Oof, come on, Crow. Don't do me like that. Just flat out scare me. Let's do the instigating. Gator Claw is already damaged, so I'm kind of think that the calibrated might actually make more sense. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, but we can do better than that yet. Let's just go ahead, eat a Death Claw stick, get that agility up a little bit, and for our damage output, we got the Psycho, so we'll just pop that, drink purified water, or 2. Perfect. And now that basically takes the Gator Claw out. From the backside, not so much, but that is because Sito is fighting. We can just do a little assistance while he preoccupies them. Taking quite a few hits. It's maybe maybe a little tougher than I expected. Too close, gotta use a crit. And we officially started Safari Adventure. Hello, Sito.
Excuse me.
Man, Sito see you kill monster. You friend?
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so technically we are supposed to follow Sito. I don't think we are going to be wanting to do that. Get that Gator Claw meat, though. Ideally, I'm going to want to try to get up on top of the walls and walk around. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly where the best spot is for that. So I'm hopeful that with my instigating gun that I can actually start doing a lot more damage. Of course, got the welcome center here. Tag that for the moment. Well, maybe can't tag it, I guess. Just gotta get my bearings. Gonna be many more Gator Claws around, but there's quite a bit of stuff that you can actually jump up onto and that they won't actually be able to take you out. I'm gonna take away the Grand Tour as we can just officially just do this safari adventure. So now we have to technically follow Sito. He'll get put on the old compass, and you know, it's not the smartest to follow him, but he might draw some attention, so I will just follow him for the moment. Just keep my head on a swivel, because my brackets are not going to be super helpful for me. Yeah, employee only. Yep, no problem.
Come witness the majesty and the pageantry of King Cola's
Okay, he wants to go in there. That's gonna trigger a gator claw. I think I can, yeah, come up top here. Might be able to actually get on top of those. At the very least, I can come up here and potentially snipe. Ah, yes, we see a gator claw way over there. Can I shoot through this? Yes, yes I can. The answer is yes. All right, one down at least. Yeah, if you had a jetpack, this would be very easy to do.
Thank you.
Missed it. That's okay. Let's just, you know, let's just be a little aggressive and find the gator claw. I'm sure it will be fine, right? We're rockin' Psycho. We killed that one. Military ammo bag. That's ballistic fiber. Well, I guess we're at the ape house raid. Just the one? Thought there was more. And Psycho wore off already. Of course it did. Because I was dilly-dallying around outside. Alright, so we got Dr. McDermott's holotape. So we will go ahead and listen to that.
Dr. Darren McDermott, last known survivor at the Safari Adventure Replication Facility. This is my final recording. I've done something horrible. The thing I created, the thing I called the Gator Claw, they must be destroyed.
There we go. So we know that there's a replicator that is making gator claws, and they can't be tamed unlike these lovely apes.
Dead man have important thing.
Alright, so technically we need to enter the big triangle house, but we will wander around first, killing the gator claws. Okie dokie. Well, it has been a little bit since I have done this, so we might actually be in a little bit more danger than I would typically like. So just try to stay on the hedges, try to just be a little bit careful dotted around. Obviously everything's gonna get a little dicey. Ooh, all right, there's a gator claw. But I'm on top, he can't get me. He might be able to throw some stuff at me, but if I just pop him in the head, maybe that will do decent work. Not really. Definitely got to do some belly shots. Says I have 84%. That ate through way more ammo than it needed to. And I probably should have tagged him, of course. That would have been the wise choice. Let's go ahead and go to a different weapon now, I guess, at this point. Tagging would have made a ton of sense, but I should be able to kill him pretty quickly just if I drop down one shot to the belly or even the arm. Head might actually be able to take him out. Especially if we do another round of Psycho. is going to eat through our water supply pretty quickly, though. That's all right. We know he went this way, so if we loop around... That's not going to help. I'm sure it will be fine. It's going to be fine, right? Yeah. He's almost dead. Poor Gator Claw. Even got a sneak attack in on him. We are going to get a lot of meat from this. Alright. So this is where we came in. I think there are some options along the outside. At least on some of the parks. Looks like we got a couple Bromeliefs. Which can... Oop, we fell down. I'm sure it will be fine. 60%. Ooh, that's not a good shot. Take those out. They can be mean. I was gonna say, you gotta hit them, though. That'll just keep building our adrenaline. So I'm gonna potentially run the risk of not finding anything to climb on top of. But if I can get on top of that wall, can walk around most of it at least, be able to snipe the gator claws from up top and not have any issues. So that is going to be what I'm at least going to try. At the bare minimum, there are some gator claws on the outskirts of the park dotted around on the back side that we can just take those out. I think there are 3 total, and that's actually where we need to ultimately go to as well. So we could just skip ahead a little bit. I don't think I need anything special in order to get the code or whatever for the replicator. Just trying to stay focused. That little roller coaster is where it goes outside. We have a pretty strong gun. Should do some good work, and we can actually tag them if we get a high enough vantage point. Although it is getting to be daylight, and look at this. I knew there was a location to get up a little bit higher. But where'd you go? Over there. Can I tag you through all this stuff? Not quite. How about from up here? Got one through there. Can't tag. You're not gonna be able to make it up there. Okay. Now you we can tag. And in fact, we can probably just go ahead and take you down. Ooh. You took that like a champ. Miss. Yep, you roar. We'll miss again. No, don't need to do belly. Let's just do the body. Might do some... Ooh, that does not enough. And Psycho wore off already because why not? Make sure nothing's coming up behind me. Doesn't look like it. We have him tagged. Things are good. So we'll loop around on the wall. Do have to be careful not to actually fall down though. because that would not be good. And I do have a tendency to not be the best walking around, but these walls are relatively safe to walk on. They're pretty wide. Just pay a little bit of attention. Hello there, buddy. Another one in there. Don't mind if I do. Much safer to be on the wall. Just keep wandering around. Nice and easy. Should be able to actually kill off a good amount of them from up top. Make it much safer in here. If I drop down, am I going to be able to get back up? I might be a one-way trip. Just keep checking. Ooh. Brackets got nice and close there. Yep, that is the vats. And again, I don't think I'll be able to make it back up here again. What is almost detecting me? Gotta be Gator Claw, right? This wall is making me so nervous. I kind of wish I had my acrobat's leg just in case I fall. Or at the same time, just have a suit of power armor that I can be working with, even if it didn't have a jetpack. Yeah, nothing seems to be showing up right now. Oh, and I've reached the end of the line, haven't I? Oh. That's... I didn't happen to think of. I need to be able to get down. Got a hedge there. Is that too far to fall? Maybe... right there might be a better option. Oh, Tim. Tim. Maybe a roof? Or a tree? Jump to that tree. Land there. If not, I might hit and take damage. Uh-oh. That looks like a long way to fall. All right, so welcome to the episode of where I make a potentially fatal decision about being on top of a wall and not having any good place to go down. Because I think that little drop is going to be a hard cap for me. This one should be okay. That one, though. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it over that. Don't know if I can jump over there. Now, the tree. The tree might not be as bad. There's a hedge. There's a tree. That side looks... yeah, not a chance I'm making it up over that. Right, so I think my best option is to try to... I'm torn. If I jump, I'm going up. And then that will make further potential fall damage. If I just walk off, I don't drop as far because I'm not actually jumping up into the sky. However, it doesn't look like there's anything that I can just very easily drop down onto. Because these buildings aren't actually close enough. I don't like this. Not one bit. Go as low as possible. And this is kind of going up again. But the tree, if I can get hung up a little bit on the tree before I actually fall down the rest of the way, I think that's going to be good. Now, I am hungry right now, so we can get that sorted. Okay. We ate, so we're no longer hungry. And back in Far Harbor, we were able to make a poached angler. Now, I definitely thought this would be something I'd be carrying around in my inventory for basically the rest of the run and never actually utilizing it. But plus 15 AP and reduced fall damage for 20 minutes, I think that's what we got to do. So we're going to take that and... oh boy. Here goes nothing. Oh, took damage. Oh, we took a lot of damage. Oh, we got bloodworm. Crapola. Okay, that one goes down. Where's the other one? Coming up right underneath me. Yep, head is gonna pop out first. Did it hit me? Did it hit me? Okay, this is all bad. All bad. Oh, that was so bad. Got sentinels. Okay, at least think positively. I didn't die. The tree did not have any hit or any boxes to make me not take. There was nothing that prevent. Come on, I can make it up that little bush, right? No, I can't. Of course not. So, positives. I was able to jump. The tree didn't slow me down at all. That's unfortunate, but I didn't die. That would have been worse yet, and I ended up right in the bloodworms because why wouldn't I? So, forget the wall. I'm just gonna man up, and we're just gonna start wandering through this joint. How bad can it be, right? How bad can it be? I'm just the epitome of poor decision making right now. From what went from a potential good decision with climbing on the wall, saying, hey, this is the best bet, to not having a place to fall down safely. There's one in the river, right? Not there. I am just flustered right now. Just... Okay. Belly. Hello. Crit. Be smart about this. Just pop them. Don't let one bad decision compound into a lot more. Got the reptile house. That's an easy one, right? Just one inside. I think. Am I remembering the correct location? I come in and there's going to be one right away that I should be able to relatively easily take out. Likely asleep. Yes. I think that's just the one. You know, I am curious. Hit points, 256 out of 367. Trying to remember what I was at before. I think I had roughly 30 off. So did I take close to 80 hit points in damage? And my body and legs actually seem like they have taken a little bit of condition damage, which shouldn't be because we have all the ranks of adamantium skeleton, do we not? The answer is yes, we do have all the ranks, so we shouldn't be getting any more limb damage. So, not sure what that is, but we still have over 200 hit points. Life is fine. Peachy even. Ooh, okay. Who's detecting me? You, over there. Good shot at the belly. That works, that works. And down. Good animation, perfect.
Yes. If you're missing an item, stop by our lost and found at the main gate. Your item will be returned to you for a nominal fee.
Lots of trash cans dotted around. Ah, soldier ant. Okay. And Bromeluff. Take you down. Ooh. Okay. What else?
Nuka World is proud to be the only East Coast location serving Nuka
95%.
and Nuka Cola Victory. Try one today.
Failed. What about this shot? Got him. Okay. And we have... Let's reload first. Make sure we're ready for when we switch over to this weapon. What do we got for ants over here? 88%? Sure. Take him down. Anybody else want to say hi after that? Doesn't look like it. Just keep wandering around. Cappy's treehouse, very nice.
Attention. We're happy to announce that Mad Mulligan's minecart ride has finally reopened with stronger restraints following last year's tragedy.
Not liking this. Sorry that my commentary isn't as good right now. I am just trying to be focused. Make sure when I see something, I have a chance of hitting it. Okay, got a lovely gator claw coming this way. Turn around. It says 83%. I don't believe it for a second. But down he goes. I'll take that. There are a couple in here, are there not? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go down. Okay, that's just telling us about the angry anaconda, which that is what we're by when we went on that ill-fated climb up the wall. So I think our best bet is going to be actually going out the way we came in and just hanging a right, and we're going to actually go around the outside the other way. Might find a couple more enemies on the outside, and if not, that's quite all right. Eventually we will make it around to the back, which will have the angry anaconda. So it wants us to go to find Sito, and I probably should have just stuck with my original plan. Detected. What detected me? Oh, caution. Stingwing. Stingwing over there. 48%. I don't like those odds. But that worked. Caution. Danger. Stingwing darter up top. Torso. Decent shot. Down. Perfect. Idiot Savant trigger 2. Perfect. Man, everything's going off. Should have stuck with the original plan. Stay along the outside. Not be careless about dropping off. I got too excited about being able to go onto the wall. And hindsight, of course, is always 20/20. I should have known better. Or maybe I should have actually gone down by the lovely hedge that I had seen earlier. Okay, Mr. Gator Claws, where are you at? Climb a little higher, try to get a better vantage point. Nope, you're not one laying down, you're just a tree stump. I know there are multiples out here. We had already seen one. Gator Claw way down there. And one on the move. Didn't kill it. That did. Back to hidden. Surprised that one didn't wake up. It did now, though. Doesn't know where I'm at. Just kind of strafe with it. 25%. I have 3 crits. Let's go ahead and use one. Especially since it didn't kill it. Still doesn't know where I'm at. It might now, though. Let's switch weapon. Good shot at the belly. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Perfect. Down they go. Think one more. One more for one more. Back the other way, correct? Closer to the start. No? Could have sworn there was another one. Go back over to the instigating. There's a gator claw. That did good work. Good work. Excellent. Not quite close enough to where it will trigger for the remaining gator claws. But that's quite all right. Alright, so we just gotta... Ooh, rad barrels. Go in the back side over here.
No way I could pick this.
You just up top. Like I said, it has been a little bit since I've done this one. There's the AFAD key and the interrogation, cool. And in here, got a yardstick, which, you know, recently I heard that the makers of yardsticks are not going to make them any longer. Yes, that is a terrible dad joke. I should, you know, just mind my own. But we got that. Now we can officially gain access in. Stay away from the rat barrels. Make our way back. I think that takes care of all the gator claws in this neck of the woods at least. So we can just speed things along a little bit more. We do have another gator claw in the cave that is fighting the Yao Guai. And we have a couple more down in the actual reproduction area. So got those, plus there's gonna be what, 1 or 2 in the maze, I believe, and a couple other ones I'm sure dotted around. We should be able to find, whoa. Should be able to find them soon enough just by wandering around all willy-nilly like. Feel pretty confident coming down here now. At this point, I am tired. No big deal. Our adrenaline is getting up there a ways. There we go. Can unlock the door. Now I have to deactivate the cloning machine, which I think there's going to be 2 in this room down here. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. I'm trying to think if 1 patrols or not. And then after we deactivate it, like 2 more are actually going to come in. %5 chance at the belly. Yep. Take it. Alright, so we're in the actual facility. Cool. Got a couple journals. Stim pack because I so wish I could heal up a little bit more right now. Ooh, a technical document. Brotherhood will appreciate that. And a psycho. Maybe that is telling me something. Another psycho. I think it absolutely is telling me that I should do 1 more round of psycho in here just to be on the extra safe side. Head up here a minute for the little storage facility. And what do you got in here? The fridge, empty. Some blood packs, sure. Can hear the gator claws in the next room. Kind of terrifying as I'm just opening these doors, throwing them open with my back turned. Go ahead, reload. Okay, this was the room I was thinking of correct? Yeah. One to the right, one to the left. One's going to be a little bit higher variation, like an albino. So let's go ahead. Take that psycho. And, oh, beautiful. I have weakness. That's what we like. Good shot at the belly. Perfect, perfect. Down he goes. Level up. The other one didn't know. Does now. Back off a little bit. You can calm down anytime you're ready. You're gonna come walking down the steps. Doesn't seem like it. And you know what? We have one critical left. I'm hopeful that that is going to be enough. Because they are going to be coming walking in this way. And lucky for us, got a couple bottle cap mines. Put a couple there, and if those don't do it, then let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll use the cryo mine back here a little bit. And we can do the couple fragmentation grenades or mines as well. I think that's far enough away for the blast radius. Maybe it will end up blowing those up as well. We shall have to see. But that's going to be a little bit of a potential issue, as I'll be just cowering back over here. Perfect. And just like that, we actually have a gazelle. A nice friendly gazelle that, you know what? I'm going to actually take you down right now. Start building that crit meter up. And gazelle meat is actually really good too. But that was able to work those couple bottle cap mines. And was it just one? Oh, there was two. I was going to say, if it was just one, that was massive overkill. But we do know that we are down to just the last few. So let's go back outside and take care of those. While we were in there, I did loot just a little bit. And I did pick up a Nuka-Cola recipe of the Nuka Rush. So that is good to have at least in hand. And we got... There's the hedge maze. Yeah, I about took fall damage there too, I feel like. So we know right where they're at, so we can be a little bit, not careless, but we can be a little bit more aggressive as we go about it. Because we know right where they're at. Maybe right here. This looks like a good place to climb. He sees me. I see him. Oh, I have 2 crits left. You gonna give me a better shot? You're just running away from me, aren't you? Coming back to where I can see you. Yeah. There we go. I like that. Down you go. 2 remaining. That one's down. So we got one more on the outside. Relatively close by. Just let's basically head straight to him. Hello. $15. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Tonight's showing at the Starlight Interstellar Theater will be
Not
Night of the
ideal.
Fishman's Revenge.
Took
Not
a little
recommended for
radiation.
children under 5.
We can pick you off from this side. 67%. I'll take those ads too. 5th time's the charm. All right. Could have swore. Yeah, I was gonna say this is where we
Tours
took
for
out
Star
the
Patrol are now
Bromeluffs.
full for the day.
Did
Please
not
take your
realize that
phone
there was a
here
gator
for
claw in
additional
here as
information.
well. All right, just one to go, and this is going to be the one that fights the Yao Guai in the cave. So let's actually
Nuka World is
see
proud to be
what
hosting our quantum
route they
celebration.
want to take us
Stop by
in. If
Cactus
it's going to be
Cafe,
going
sample
in the
Coca-Cola's newest
back
Pepper
entrance,
Reese's
that is what we want. If they want us to go in the front entrance, we do not want that. It actually looks like, yeah, it's taking us in the back way. This is the way we want. They can fight it out in the bear cave. There they go. We can just wait until they basically just kill each other. Then we'll take out the remaining, which with that, they're going to have damage taken. So we will use the freezing. Sounds like it might be done. I think the Yao Guai lost and just teleported back down here. Oh yeah, look at that. Almost taken out. Missed that shot. What about this one? Am I not able to shoot through the... I can't shoot through the fence. Hello. No, I don't need to shoot the belly. Oh, I do need to actually shoot him, though. Well, that didn't kill him. Can he make it out? I hope not. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. And the bear must be dead up here. Yep, we'll take that meat. And we'll go out the, I guess, the front way. Well, that could have gone smoother. That could have definitely gone a lot better. But it is done. And now we're going to have a speech check with Sito. I could use grape mentats, but I think we'll just roll the dice with having 7 charisma. We might pass it, we might not. But if I can get him to stay, that'd be great. If not, it's not the end of the world either. So here we go. Let's give it a try of sharing the park with my friends and see what happens.
I have some friends moving in here, but if you play it cool, we can all get along. Can you do that?
Sito no trust anyone but new friends.
Well, that's a
Sito
bummer.
not share home.
Well, I guess the only thing left to do is for you to leave then, which is quite... You could have been happy here. And we do get Sito's shiny... And we do get Sito's shiny slugger. Not too shabby. Spiked rocket, aluminum bat. Not bad, all things considered. But, of course, guaranteed legendary, can't use it. Now we just need to assign a gang to Safari Adventure. And before we do that, remember, Tim, put on your armor. Look at this nice starry night. Fallout 4 can be pretty yet. Sure it can be. And all that's left to do, assign a gang, and the pack with the cages will actually like this. And if Sito had decided to stay,
Just a reminder for
he
our
would
guests
actually
that
like
tonight's
the
bout
pack
at the
here
Rombo
as
Battle
well.
Zone is almost sold out. Purchase your tickets now.
There we go. So the first land is complete. Our park is done. XP coming in. we do have a level up we can do. Level 44. And with this perk point, I think we are just going to go ahead and put that right into
Nuka World
Demo
is
Expert
pleased to
Rank
announce
1.
that a small portion of your admission fee will be donated to support our men and women fighting overseas.
And let's get away from the little talking head a little bit, shall we? And we can just go kind of right out front of Safari Adventure. And that literally took us all day, as it is getting to be nighttime once again. But that is the first park of Nuka World complete. Again, that was a little rough. Didn't go nearly as well as I had hoped. But it is complete. Stage 1 done. And our hit points are still over half. So, all things considered, I would say it was a success. And, oops, flip lighter and a stim pack. Very nice. I think we'll just chill right out front here of Safari Adventure, because I think this is going to be enough to call it a part here. I will definitely try to do get a little rad storm. I don't think I take rads out in Nuka World. I think the rad storms are harmless. We'll see on that. But everything in Nuka World should be planned out a little bit better than this. But I do know the other world's pretty good. So I will definitely make a little bit better plans. So sorry it was a little sloppy. As I take rads, we'll throw the hazmat suit on. No need to worry there. Yeah. Next episodes hopefully will be a lot better. So I hope that you join me with that. As we have Safari Adventure done. Feel good about that. So, as always, thanks for watching and thanks for joining. And until next time, powering off.